Hello, I'm Tilly Urban. Very pleased to be here. And this is a memoir called Rope Burn. So, what you gonna do, huh? What you gonna do? Our next door neighbor demanded. Mrs. Harley, with pugnacious chin thrusts at my mother, she gestured to my sister and me.
Embraceable Differences by John Olander. To be seen, the best way I could think of to describe the privilege of growing up in Park Hill is to affirm that we were all seen.
The memoir writing workshop was a 6-week, once-a-week class that met for an hour. The end goal was for them to decide what kind of memoir they wanted to go on to keep writing. I'm Suzanne Gelwick Knight, and I am the older adult librarian for Park Hill branch of Denver Public Libraries. One of my first things we decided to do was start to bring in some older adult programming again, and I thought we would try a memoir writing class here at Park Hill.
A memoir is a story of your life, but it starts wherever you feel like starting, and it might be just a part of your life. A memoir is a slice of your life, it's not the whole enchilada. And when we have a memoir writing class, we choose the parts of our life we want to write about, and then we play with technique and style and some of the different bells and whistles that writers use to bring their writing alive.
The matriarch of her family, Mrs. Harley, was ready for her night job at the bar and liquor store she owned in Chicago. She was trussed up in her heavily armored girdle supporting her brick-shaped silhouette, clothed in a tight, too short dress. This class was valuable, helping me come to this memory and get it out of my head, out on paper, and therefore get that relief of some childhood trauma. It was a trauma that I wasn't believed. The way the class is structured and the exercises we had were really valuable in triggering memory.
And just, the idea that we have our stories and things that mean to us, and how do we translate them in a way that they become relevant and important to other people, because it's not the story itself, it's the way we tell it.
She was in fighting metal, stinking of stale cigarette smoke and expensive perfume, enthusiastically applied. Bub, his acne-filled face resembling peanut brittle, was the repellent young live-in boy toy who worked for Mrs. Harley. She was in her late 50s, and there was a 25-year age difference between them.
And I think our discussion that we're having now is to the point of why am I writing and what am I writing? I've heard from many people in my lifetime that I have a lot of stories to tell about the privilege of growing up here in Park Hill. And the fact that the memoir class was here at Park Hill Library really prompted me to add it to my schedule, and I'm delighted I did. Embracing, enhancing unique qualities, all contributing to a very unique experience. Not just aspired to and hoped for, but lived. Many people say that you need to act as though you're always writing for yourself. And in my case, I'm in active recovery as an alcoholic. It's been a big part of my therapy, self-sought, and I just feel that it's a good way to stay well and turn over a new page in the new chapter of my life. I can recite it right off the top of my head. It goes, forget about the past, because it won't last. It's already gone. It left fast. If you don't embrace the moment at hand, you'll end up in nowhere land. So do your best each day to love yourself and put your history books on the shelf. So that's the first thing I ever wrote.
When everybody came the first day, they were 18 people who more or less did not know each other. We encouraged them to sit next to a different person during each session. We did small group activities so people had a chance to read and share their writing with others and have a little conversation on the side. So over the course of 6 weeks, we laid the groundwork for not just honing their writing craft, but developing relationships and a group identity.
This group became really close. I've seen several of the people come into the library together and just to browse books. that were normally they might not have even known each other before. In the end, at the end of the writing workshop, several of them did decide they wanted to continue on, and they created a writing circle. But that just was really nice to see people coming in and just building relationships that might not have ever been built before.
That woman.
Now what?
This group has continued on, and I look forward to being involved in it on an ongoing basis, and hopefully we can all create some beautiful pieces working together and enjoying the fruits of multifaceted diversion and inclusivity long before those ideals and objectives became an acronym.
When Mother got the telephone call from Mrs. Harley to go out and meet the accusations of the cousins, how had the day gone so terribly wrong?
Stay elevated by subscribing to the city's YouTube page for these stories and more. And stay tuned to our social media channels for more content. Don't miss our new episodes of Elevating Denver, premiering each month. Thanks for watching, Denver.